Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. So today's video is going to be a party prep video of my son's Minecraft drive-by birthday party. So I'll be showing you guys the decor, how I set everything up for the drive-by, and then also when I bake the cupcakes and decorate them. So if you do enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up. If you do enjoy today's video, along with other content you see here on my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining my YouTube family. So if you get that red subscribe button and the notification bell so you miss any future videos from me. Well, I got lots to do, so let's get right into it. I was one rich little girl. Here's the ingredients you'll need to make this cupcake recipe. You'll need apple cider vinegar, vegetable oil, baking soda, salt, cocoa powder, vanilla, some white sugar, and lastly some flour. And I'll take you along as I make this. It's a super easy recipe for cupcakes or for cake. First thing you're going to do is mix all the dried ingredients together with a whisk. So you're going to put in 3 cups of all-purpose flour.
Winter's on our skates. One big smile across my face. We used to dance our way to church on Sundays. Mama set the pace.
Then you'll add 2 cups of white sugar.
Take me back, all the way back to them days. Running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
Then 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. Then 2 teaspoons of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt.
Daydreamer, kidnap me. Take me back, all the way back to them days. Daydreamer, kidnap me. Have me running.
Once you've whisked all the dry ingredients together, you'll then add 2 cups of cold water, 1 cup of vegetable oil, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and stir that together. I just use a large spatula to mix it all together until it's all smooth and mixed in.
Dressed in a gown, barefoot.
Lastly, you'll add 3 tablespoons of cider vinegar and stir the mixture together.
I really wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life.
Once I'm done mixing everything up, I like to give the counter a wipe because I always spill flour, sugar, and stuff on the counter. And then I'll get my muffin tins out, I'll put the cupcake liners in them, and then I will scoop the batter into them. Now I use a large cookie scoop because I find this gives the most even amount of batter in each of the cupcake liners. So I prefer to do it this way because then I know I'm not overfilling one versus the other. So I'm going to fill all these with the batter, and then I'm going to put them in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes.
Slow it down, dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. I never left a stone unturned, trying to find some love in this crazy world.
Once they're done, I like to let them cool for about 5 minutes, and then I take them out of the muffin tin and I put them on the cooling racks and just let them sit there until they're completely cool.
What if I lost touch?
So I thought I'd show you guys some things that I got for the drive-by party. Now I have to say, a drive-by party is much simpler than planning an actual birthday party. My son wanted to have a Minecraft theme, which he actually had a couple of years ago, and when he had the Minecraft theme a couple of years ago, I couldn't find anything Minecraft. it was crazy. There was like nothing out there, and now there's tons of Minecraft stuff out there. So it was a lot easier this time around than last time around. So I just want to show you a few things. I got all these things off Amazon because I didn't really want to go to the store to get them, so I just ordered them, and I mean, why not have them because they ship to my house. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to have a tent if it rains to cover the table that we have, and then I have a little card table that I'm going to put a tablecloth on, put some balloons on. I'll put a banner up and some balloons as well, and that's what I'll do for decorations. So first thing I got were these Minecraft creeper balloons. So my son is super excited because he loves that they're creeper balloons. So I got that. I got this tablecloth here to cover the table with, and I thought that was kind of simple but nice just to put on the table just to add some extra decor since we're not really having much otherwise for decor. And then I got this banner that just says happy birthday. It's kind of like the Minecraft grass and dirt, the pixels and everything. So I got that. I just got plain green napkins because I thought I was gonna get Minecraft ones, but they came in a smaller quantity for a lot more money. So instead I thought I'd get this package, which was green, to kind of go with the green theme. And that way I can reuse them for another sort of birthday party or something in the future. So I don't feel like I have stuck with all these napkins that are Minecraft themed. And then the last thing I got here are to put the cupcakes in. So you just put this inside of this box here, and they have a little window on them, and then they end up with a little handle, and then you can stick the cupcake right in the circle thing so they kind of stabilize. And they work really well when you're handing out cupcakes, and I like them because then with everyone coming in their vehicles, they don't end up with a loose cupcake in the car. So what we do is we put some napkins in a Ziploc bag, so then we hand each car on a tray some cupcakes for however many people in the car, and then a little Ziploc bag of napkins. So we did this for my daughter's party in the fall, and it worked out really, really well, and the boxes were a big hit, so I wanted to get some more, but this time I just got some generic boxes, so that way, if I have any left over, then I can use some more for a possibility of another party if we're still doing this next fall. Hopefully not, but you never know. So that's some of the things I got off Amazon fairly inexpensively, and it will allow my son to still feel like he's having a bit of a party, even though it's not your typical party, it's just a drive-by. So he is honestly really excited though, so I'm really excited to do this for him, and I want to make it a little bit special as best as I could based on the circumstances and that nothing's normal right now. So just want to show you guys quickly what I got. So for the icing, it's super simple. You just need these 4 ingredients. You're supposed to use butter, but I use margarine squares. I've been using them for years. That's what I use for all my baking. And then I have some milk, icing sugar, and vanilla. I'm using skim milk, but you can use whatever kind of milk you have. I usually just use the skim milk for all my baking and cooking, and my kids drink the 2% milk, so I usually don't use that for my baking.
Come undone. Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are not.
This was a double batch of the classic butter icing, so I first added 1 cup of soft butter, or in this case the margarine blocks, and then 4 cups of icing sugar, and then mix it all together.
It's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them.
Once that was mixed together, I added 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 4 tablespoons of milk, and 2 cups of icing sugar, and then mixed it some more.
Ain't got time. I'm not broken, not broken, not broken. How could they say I was broken?
I then added only 2 tablespoons of milk instead of 4 because I knew I was going to be decorating the cupcakes, and when I'm piping, I like to have the icing a bit stiffer and less runny, so I don't usually add as much milk. So you gotta play around with the consistency. You can add a bit more milk or a little bit less depending on what you're going for as far as texture and consistency for what you're doing with the icing. Once I have the icing at the right consistency, then I'll move over to a different bowl because sometimes I'm making multiple batches of icing. Once I do this, I take the food gel that I have. I actually ordered this type off Amazon because I ran out of the other one that I usually use, and I prefer gel over food coloring because I find the color comes out much better. So I just put a few dots in, I mix it all together, and then add a bit more until I get the color that I'm going for. Once I have the color that I want to pipe my cupcakes, I'm going to next get everything ready to pipe them. I'm going to pick the icing tip that I want, and then I'm going to cut the tip of the disposable icing bag and keep testing it until the tip gets through without it being too loose. And then I'll place it into this glass. This glass allows me to easily fill the bag with icing using some spoons, and I find it's a little less messy and just honestly a lot simpler. And I do have reusable icing bags, but they're a hassle to clean, so I'm sticking to disposable. So now that I have this ready to go, I'm going to pipe them. I'm using a very simple swirl method for my piping. I am no professional. I just learn as I go and just have fun with it and try to be a bit creative sometimes. But because I was decorating so many cupcakes, I wanted the design to be super simple. So the spiral was a very simple way to get these cupcakes decorated. And this kind of reminded me of making ice cream cones when I worked at McDonald's back in the day. But this was a very easy way to get all these cupcakes decorated in a very efficient time. Once the cupcakes were all piped and ready to go, I want to get these boxes assembled. I did them in groups big enough to cover the tray, and then once I got them made, I put the cupcakes in them, took them out to the garage, and I kind of divided up the time making the boxes and putting the cupcakes in because it was a bit tedious to put all these boxes together. They're not very difficult to do, it just takes a lot of time. So I went through all this until all the cupcakes were all boxed up and ready to go for the party tomorrow, and they're all sitting in the garage overnight. Once I finished this, I took all the green napkins, counted them out, and put them in Ziploc bags, ready to go for the next day. The night before the drive-by birthday party, I had to blow up the balloons because I didn't want to have to do them the next day. So yes, I'm in my pajamas because I just had a bath and wanted to get this done while we were watching some TV. So the final touches I have to do is just getting the table all set up, all the decorations out, and honestly, my son loved how everything came out. I think everything turned out great. He had a blast at his drive-by party, and this was the first party he's had during the pandemic where he could not have an actual birthday party because last year's birthday party was right before the pandemic. So this is the first time he had to do a drive-by party. And as much as he wanted to have a regular party with his friends, this was totally okay. It worked out great. All his close friends came by to wish him a happy birthday, and I think he felt really, really special. And he loved everything I did, and that's the most important. I mean, let's face it, as moms, this is what we do. We do this for our kids and do anything we can to make them happy. And I must say, from a mother's standpoint, these drive-by parties are much simpler to plan and organize than an actual birthday party. You don't plan any activities or as much decor, as much food, so it's much simpler. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did enjoy today's video, along with other content you see here on my channel, I would love if you consider subscribing and joining my YouTube family. So don't forget that red subscribe button and the notification bell so you miss any future videos from me. And stay tuned. My next video, I'm going to be showing you guys the Minecraft cake that I created with my son's inspiration, and then another cake that I made for another family member's birthday party. So be sure to stay tuned for that, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you miss that video, because I promise you, I think you'll be impressed with it. I was honestly really impressed, and my son absolutely loved his cake, so I cannot wait to share that with you guys. So I'm going to thank you again so much for watching my video today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
And you got me too.